everybody, it's Agent, and I got a special package in the mail today. I finally got my Transformer Siege Omega Supreme, and I'm super excited. Super excited. I rushed home from work to get it and open it and see it, and it's all I ever hoped for and more. So we're gonna start with the packaging, and this guy is massive. So I mean, this guy is absolutely massive, as you can tell by the box, which you're gonna be surprised. I actually haven't even played with him yet. I took him out of the box, but I haven't played with him yet. So there's the front of the box. It has some awesome artwork of Omega himself and a couple Decepticons. You got Jetfire back here. Brunt, I think that is. I think that's his name. He's on there. So, I mean, it's awesome artwork. And, of course, we have our Blacklight, and we're going to test it. I have not done it yet, so I don't know if it's on there or not. So let's just find out. And there is some right there. And, of course, it highlights him. And there we go. Down at the bottom, it says Omega Supreme Transformers. And there is his code. I don't know if you guys can see that too well because I have to stand instead of sitting to do this today because of how big it is. All right, and we'll go to the side. Has some nice artwork there. And that was the dog. Came down to say hi. He got into something. All right, on the back we have product shots. So there's Omega, there's his base mode, there is his tank, and there is Countdown. And then on this side, we have our typical artwork there. The one thing I do like is on the top, you have some amazing artwork of the Autobots right there. And taking a Blacklight, we got nothing. And let's see what's on the bottom, just nothing on the bottom. So, all right, that's that. Now, like I said, I took him out, but I didn't unpack him and play with him. So when you first get him, this will slide out of the back, which is a very large instruction manual. But it folds up just like all the other ones, so but it's like book size. So there's that. Kind of get an idea, and then of course the back side. There you go. And then fold that up. So when you first initially get him out of the box, and I opened it on that side because it's open, and I slid him out, and this is how he came out. So that way you guys get an idea of how it's going to look when it's all packaged up. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here because you don't want to watch me clip all these, and I'll get him out of the box and we'll take a look to see how cool he is. So, all right, hold on. All right, we're back, and here he is. So I went ahead and put him in his base mode to start off with. That way I kind of had an idea of how to transform him. And I must say, I like the robot mode probably better than I like the base mode. Now the base mode is pretty much what it was. I mean, the tracks are a little bit smaller than it was in the original. The rocket is way bigger, but I think the one thing that just kind of throws it off for me is the fact that, you know, the tank is so flippin' huge. I mean, his treads don't even go on the tracks at all. And I mean, if you look underneath, he's got the wheels, and those go on the track and stay on the track, but he's unproportioned for it, I think. So, I mean, I still like it. Don't get me wrong. I still like it. This is just unproportioned. I think that needed to maybe make the base a little bit bigger, or the tracks a little bit bigger like they were in the original, or maybe bring this down a little bit. I don't know. It just seems off. But all in all, it's still a great figure. Transformation is relatively easy, so anybody can do it. So let's just kind of go over everything and see what happens at the end of the transformation. But first things first, it comes with all these little, you know, specialty blast effects, which I think these ones only come with Omega. And of course, they go all over the place on here. So one comes together like this, and then you get two separate ones like that, which are the same as that one there. And inside on the base, I'm just going to take Omega off of here. So on the base, there's two nubs right there that you can plug those into. And we can actually separate this into a total of 5 individual pieces. So we'll do that, and we'll put that one there. Let's get the rocket out of here too. And then we'll just turn that. And then you got 2 more over here in the leg, or what will be the leg. You also have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12. Let's see if I can spot any more. There's one over here, that's 13, which means there's one on the other side. That's 14, one there, 15, 16, and let's see, 17, 18. Flip it all the way around and look over here. I don't see any more here, but yeah, so this thing has like a ton of different places to put little blast effects, which are awesome. I kind of like them. The one thing I don't like about these is the stems are absolutely hugely long. But other than that, you also get Countdown, which is just a mini bot. And there he is in his vehicle mode. And now he goes around here pretty all right. His wheels are just plastic, so they don't really spin all that well on this plastic, but when you put them down on the table itself, which is fabric, he actually does spin quite well. His transformation is extremely easy. You basically just take his hands and arms and unpeg them from the sides, take his legs, and you just unpeg them and whip them around. The antenna just goes down like that, and then you can rotate the arms around, and there he is. So there's Countdown in his robot mode. Now he has, let's see, he can pretty much go anywhere on here. He is just a little bot. He even has a spot in the rocket, which we'll get to that. When we get to the tank, we'll do the tank. Right now we're just going to deal with the base. We're going to go kind of quick too. But he can pretty much sit anywhere on here because, you know, he is just a mini con. The base itself has some great detail. I mean, it's amazing detail. The tracks themselves, and I'm going to start detaching things and showing you. So if you look at the track, it's got a lot of nice detail and panel lines on there, and even on the underside you kind of get some panel lines. You have the supports right there, and those look nice. And as you can see, the clips, I mean, and this is pretty flimsy. It's not that it's weak, it's just it's meant to bend a little bit. And then you got your connection points right there, which are different than I believe the other bases. We'll look at that when we get everything transformed up. But so that's that. And to transform this guy, all you do is you fold that down, fold this down, fold it in half. Did I even put that on there? I'm standing up. So fold these down, flip it in half, put it together, and you'll have this little peg right here. And we'll stick that to the side. All right. So, and we'll do this one. We're doing a combination transformation overview of the figures. So it's just there's so much to go over with him. All right, on to the base, the main base. And on this, you can actually see all of the detail that's on this thing. I mean, it's amazing, the detail. So I mean, you got your silver, you got green, you got your reds, you got your yellows, you got all these little panel lines and knick-knacky things in there. You got little cannons, like even up at the top you have like pistons and supports, and inside here you have like it's the inside of a construction bay. Move these up, you have missiles and silver stuff and little blaster things like vents, all that fun stuff. I mean, this thing is really decked out. They did an amazing job with the details on here. So, I mean, because it is taken apart like this, I mean, they kind of had to. I mean, you didn't want to see just flat plastic in there. That would be kind of lame. One thing I did forget to do is I have Hound here, just to kind of give you an idea of how Hound sits on there. So, there you go. All right, so you also have these ramps which come down, and Countdown can go up and down on. I'm just going to quickly transform him again because we're going to need him in a vehicle mode in a little bit. There we go. Like that. So he can obviously go up and down these ramps. He fits them just fine. And then, all right, so transforming this bad boy up. This is gonna get loud. So what you do is you take the legs and you straighten them out, and then seeing as I'm going over to here, these things do open up and you can stick mini bots in there as well. There. So another little hidey hole. And then now that we did that, you can take these right here and they just peg in. There's a big tab right there which goes like that. All right. And then you bring those down, and then you bring this up, and then you rotate the whole waist around. Come on. Ooh, there we go. And then you bring that deck back down. And then that is ready for the rest of Omega. So like I said, we're gonna go through this a little bit at a time. Actually, you know what? Before we even put Omega on there, can we do it? No, we can't. We can't do it. Can't do that part yet. So all right. Next up, we'll do the tank. Do the tank. So the tank itself. Bring this down a little bit. This itself is amazingly detailed as well. I do have my beefs with it, which we've already gone over the fact of how huge it is. The other thing is the turret doesn't actually turn. I mean, it goes up and down, but it doesn't actually turn. And you can move these cannons up as well. So you can 3 cannon blasters, which of course these all hold these in them. So it looks like he is shooting. And there we go. So yeah, there it is. And of course, like I said, amazingly detailed. So you got all the panel lines, all the little knick-knacky. It just looks like machine, just a big old machinery. And then there's the wheels, which treads don't move, just these wheels. So all right, another thing this can do is if you get your hand in here, there we go. Let's move those up. This whole front part will fold over and makes a little bit of a ramp for Countdown, so he can sit in there and you can launch him out of there as well. So you can pretty much fit little mini cons in there. Obviously Hound is too big, but it was fun just to try it. I wonder if a legend scale will fit in there. Let's see. I gotta transform up a legend scale real quick. Of course I picked the wrong one, but we'll get her. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Yeah, quietness, because I'm trying to get this. Like I said, I picked the wrong one. I should have picked the one that was going to take a little bit less time to do this with, but and yes, I'm pretty sure that when I'm done with this, it's not going to look very good because I'm doing it so quickly. And there we go. So there's a legend scale in there. That will not work like that, or that, or that. So legend scale does not fit. worth a shot. All right, so we can basically close that up now. He's got that big old Autobot symbol right there, and that is that transparent plastic. And yeah, so all right, let's get this guy, let's get him transformed up. We got a lot to go over, so. And you know, of course, this guy has places to put that battle damage stuff as well, so I'm sure you'll find it when you get this guy, because I really do think if you're gonna get a Titan this year, get this one. I mean, yes, it's the only Titan, but anyways, you open that up, straighten these out, and then you can take this, and this is like accordioned in here, so get that little clip out, and then you can see the accordion right there. Get that, and then this part right here, just bring that down, and it accordions, and this go together. Big old clip. This right here, rotate it around. Okay, so this does rotate, but it only rotates after you remove Omega's head from the back of it, which is weird. They should have made the whole thing rotate. But yeah, anyways, rotate that around, and then that whole thing just rotates around as well until you get this part up here. There we go. And then this can be, let's see, I want that like that, and this, you can fold those up. Come on. This one's tight. This one's tight. There we go. So that goes like that. And that goes down in there. That goes down in there. And then you close this up. Okay, and I think I have it right. Please bear with me, because this is the second time I've been doing this. And then you take this and you bring this out like so. There. Yeah, that seems about right. Because what's going to happen is, let's move this up. All right, so this is actually, you got this big crater right here, which goes into this spot right here. And then this big peg goes onto that big thing right there. So you just take and shove it in. And there you go, big old clips. And then these come down. And then this comes up. All right, so there we have the majority of Omega done, which is why we're kind of doing this in sections. All right, the next thing is this big, huge rocket, which, you know, should be right here, 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 like that. And then as you can see, that thing is flipping tall. So this thing here is awesome. I like it. It's tall. It's like a 1980s rocket ship, basically. And as you can see, this as well is all nicely detailed up. Mine does not like to stick together for some reason. It kind of hangs to one side, which I don't get. But yep, so that's the rocket. And we get down here, and you get the little detailed of the rockets down there, which of course you can put that in there and make it look like he's got a little starter engine going. The other thing you can do is, actually we'll take care of that when we get there. But yeah, this thing also has that little bit where you can fold that down and fold that out, and then Countdown can stand in there, or if you want him to sit in there, he can. So, and of course it has the places for the stuff on the sides right here. Got one there, flip it around, you got one there, which it's got the scorch marks on it right there with the scorch marks. They do fit into these right here. And you got the little peg-on area right there, little peg-on area right there. And of course on the other sides you got those as well. So, all right. Moving on. I just even got the little thing up here, and you can actually stick, and we'll get into that. So, all right. This thing is quite interesting because Omega has always been, this has been his arms. A good example of that is I have a huge dragon right here, which compared to that Omega is not so huge, but even huge dragon right here, his arms come off just like the G1s did and peg together like so. So, and what the difference is if you notice on the big guy up there, you're missing his forearms. His forearms aren't right there. So this is Forearm City right there, which is why it's so long. And to transform that up though, let's see, we got to find right here. So right here you got this, which is pegged in, this which is pegged in right here, and then that just comes out like so, and that like so, and then you take and you do the same thing with here. And there goes that. So all right, so now that we're here, you can kind of see how everything's going to work out. Now there is a giant, huge, pinny, hingy thing right here, which you just want to accordion that out. And then now that that's accordioned out, you can hold that out like that. Take this and fold it in half. Take this, fold it in half, fold that in, and then just let it flop down and do what it wants, because that's what it's going to do. All right. And what you do from there is you extend the arm, then you can push that in like there, and then this whole thing, we're going to move the camera back up. Let's see if I can, actually, you know what, I'm going to see if I can, we're going to get this. Get this thing as high up as I can get it. And that's as high up as I can get it. There. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take this, rotate this guy around. And right here, this thing here matches up with this right here. So you're going to take it, you're going to push it right in there till it clips. And that's that. From there, you just grab these, which if you fold this up, you're going to see that right there. That is where this giant peg goes. But you want to make sure this is pulled away, otherwise it won't fit in there. And it doesn't slide in, it just pushes in. So get it in, get it lined up, and I can't really see it. And there we go. Come on. There, that is pegged in. Should make a clicking noise, but it did not, which means it's probably going to fall out later. This one, you do the same thing. You can line it up like that, get it in there, and push it in. And then take this, and you just kind of just compress that up into there, and that makes his backpack, like so. As for his arms, just bring those down, bring that down, and then bring it out. So there he is. There is giant Omega Supreme in all of his wonderful glory. And now you can kind of see why I like the robot mode better than the base mode. And this is how he's always going to be for me. I am not going to be putting him back in his base mode now that I have him like this. So this guy is amazing. All that beautiful detail that we went over earlier is all still there. He does have light piping. I don't know if you're going to see it on there, so I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to come up here, get right in his face, and see? There's some nice, beautiful light piping in there. And then all that nice detail right to his fingertips, right to his rocket blaster tip, right down to his legs, which of course still open up and still house, and it's both of them. So you can still put guys in there. And they have blaster marks, so you can put stuff. All those blaster marks are there from before. All right, we're gonna resettle you guys in there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some comparisons. You gotta love them. And the first guy we're gonna compare them to is Mech Fantoys Huge Dragon. What, you can't see him? Oh, there you go. So that's really not a fair comparison, in all honesty. I just had to. So what we'll do is we got Devastator. We got Devastator right here. Kind of give you an idea of how tall he is next to the Dev. And yes, I'm missing his hands. I had him displayed with in vehicle modes, and I quickly put him like this. Sorry. Then what we'll do is I'll get Mr. Trypticon in here. And even at Trypticon's tallest, I am trying to fit all of this on one table. This guy, all these guys are massive. I mean, these Titans are massive. So we'll just put them right in front there so you can just kind of see. It kind of looks like Trypticon is about the same height. All right, so yeah, those two are about the same height. So we'll get him out of there, and we will get Trypticon out of there, and we will pull in the other bad boy that I have, Mr. Fort Max. And Fort Max is still taller. So, all right, getting him out. Okay, now that that's all done, with the comparisons, his articulation is, you know, it's standard. He's got standard articulation. His head rotates complete 360. His arms are on very tight hinges, but they will do a complete 360 if the wings weren't there. He does have some outward movement right there. He's got an elbow, which is very nicely done. It does do an exact 90 for the elbow. Right? And this hand does not have a hand, but this hand does. His claw is fully articulated, so he can hold stuff. If you want, we can actually take and let's build this up and get this in there. Like if he's shooting out of it, take that whole thing and there. Now it looks like he's shooting a big old blaster out of there. You can do the same with this, which is probably more likely what would happen. So there you go. And he does have waist because it's part of the transformation. His legs, as you saw, fold all the way out like that, and he can do a high kick, and let's see, right there. It's got some good balance. The one thing, I mean, he does have the knee, which you saw does 90 degrees because it's part of transformation. And then his feet, which don't really have much to them, actually have some amazing ankle tilt. So he can get some pretty wide-legged poses right there. So, and I think that's pretty nice. Now, if you look at the sides of his feet, they actually put some nice panel lines and funky stuff in there, so it actually looks like a bot's ankle. I mean, very nicely done. So, yeah. There we go. So there is what everyone's been waiting for, Mr. Omega Supreme. And whew, that guy's heavy. It takes a lot out of you just picking that guy up and moving him around. So yeah, this guy, he's going to sit on my shelf as is, like this. Base mode is alright. Bot mode is really where this guy shines. And I really enjoy having this guy. I mean, for the longest time, this is who I had for Omega Supreme, which this guy was nice. But this guy is much nicer. And he does the trick. He actually pulls it off. So, going from there, I want to thank you all for watching. I want to make sure you guys all subscribe. Oh, I forgot something. There is a additional mode for this guy here. So this guy here has a weapon mode. So if you take his legs and just bring him out a little bit, and then you put his hands just like so, and leave that where it is. This has a little peg that comes out, and it will peg into his upper arm right here. I don't know what the heck it's supposed to do. I don't know. It doesn't really say. It just shows that it's on there. So it's there. It's something you can do with this guy, or you can just put him in there. Take all that, put all that right in there, and there's your storage. So there you go, Omega Supreme. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you click the like button, make sure you share it, and please hit that bell so that you get future notifications, because now that I got this guy, I can start working on the other guys. So until next time.